Hello, thank you for joining me for today's 10-minute workout. We're going to do a bit of core with focus on the upper body and arms as well. So just a quick 10 minutes, whether you are getting back into exercise or you just don't have the time for much more. Let's get started. We're going to come down onto our back. Set yourself into a nice position where our pelvis is in what we call our neutral position. We're not too arched in the lower back, and we're not squashing down either. So nice and relaxed, where our pubic bone is on a nice spirit level with the base of our ribs. Hands are coming down by our sides as we soften the shoulders and try and flatten our shoulder blades, so really opening up through the collarbones. You're going to lift one arm overhead, and as you do, try and blow out. Inhale. Now you're going to switch the arms over. Inhale, drop them down. Exhale, switch. Now you could just focus on working through the shoulders and keeping everything else stable. But what I want you to try and do is try and get the belly involved. So as we lift the arms, you're going to gently tighten up through that corset. Draw belly button in towards your spine. Use the breath to help coordinate and bring the ribs down. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, gentle tightening as we switch. So we're trying to initiate the core working when we're working other limbs, muscles. And it gets our brain working as well. Multitasking here. 3 more. Let's meet in the middle, hands hovering up to the ceiling, nice and floppy wrists, shoulder blades still nicely firmly down. And we're just going to do a little circle, depending on how much space you've got. Again, blowing and then bringing them back in. Now when we lift both arms overhead, our back tends to arch with it, so I want you to try and prevent that and keep it down, which means engaging a little bit more through those upper abdominals. Inhale together, exhale and bring it back. Exhale, bring it back. If you're able to add another layer, as we exhale, we're going to push through our heels and lift up through our hips. In together, put it down. Squeeze and lift, rising overhead, back down. So really starting to work a few little more muscle groups into our glutes, thighs, tummy, release. And squeeze as you blow, release. 3 more. Keeping the ribs down, keeping the shoulder blades nice and flat. Release. Hands behind your heads, elbows nice and wide, but cradle your head as we come into a crisscross position. So our back stays flat, elbow towards opposite knee, inhale down, opposite side. A little bit of head lift, ab work, oblique work. Keep the elbows wide, keep your chin off your chest. Not aiming to touch the knee, just drive towards it. Inhale down, blow out as you lift, engaging through the tummy muscles. And always keeping the shoulder blades nice and squeezed on the way down. So you're working through your upper back, getting a nice little twist, as well as your abdominals. Let's do another 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to try a roll up here. Now whether you need to maybe grab a knee and use that to pull yourself up, come down again. Maybe you need both knees and a bit more of momentum, that's okay. Or maybe you could try pulling up and back down again. Pull up and back down. Exhale as you go until we're all the way up into a nice sitting position. Much harder than it looks. Keep your legs nice and long this time. Let's stretch down towards them. Again, curling through the upper back, chin down. Inhale, bring your arms up to the ceiling and then slot them into that nice W position. Same again, stretch and up. Inhale here. As you open through the ribs, exhale, come down and stretch. So we're stretching all the way through our spinal column. You'll feel it pulling down into your hamstrings, sciatic nerves, and then open up nice and tall again. Now, if you can, on the next one, we're going to come all the way around. Palms down, push through your heels, lift your bottom. Open up through the collarbones. Oh, strong through the shoulders and the wrists. Let's try again. All the way up. Rotate double arms all the way back. And then push and lift strong through the abs and the arms. One more. Inhale down and up. Stretch down and lift. Good. A little bit more core and arm stuff. Let's rotate round onto our fronts. So you're going to stay on your knees here and bring the arms forward so that as you slot your hips in, they're coming into a knee plank. So your hips, shoulders and knees are in a nice line. Drop those shoulders and press down and push back up again. Exhale as we press and lift. Feel our tummy muscles working. Now, if you feel happy, you might want to straighten a leg or lifting both. But let's just do a few little knee press-ups, strong through our tummies and squeezing through the shoulder blades. Blowing all the way down and back up again. And on the next one, let's go all the way down. Onto our tummies and rest your arms into that W position. Now here we're working more into our back, shoulder blades, squeeze as you lift the elbows and the hands. Try and keep looking down at your mat as you extend out into a T position. Now rotate your palms up as you come down into your sides. Drop the head for a second. Stretch your fingertips down towards your toes. Take a nice big inhale. Before we exhale, lift the head again. Out into a T position, palms down, W position, and repeat. Stretch, rotate, head down. Blow out, come back into a T and W. And again. And blow. T, W. Squeeze back those shoulder blades. Stretch, rotate, and release. Again, lots of coordination. Even if you've got your own little variation, that's okay. Last one. Come into your T's and W's, really opening up through the chest, and then back down again. Hands by your shoulders, push up into a nice cobra, and then drop and roll those shoulders away from your ears again. Good, gently come push nice and strong onto your knees. Knees nice and wide, and drop down into a nice child's pose. Elbows down, release the head. And we'll finish here with a nice thread the needle pose. So our hands are down, our knees are under our hips, and you're going to take one hand and thread it through that gap until you're all the way down onto your head, your upper shoulder, hips are nice and high. And again, that nice stretch across the back of our shoulders. Take it easy, easing out, repeat on the other side. And out again. And if you wish, you can repeat that one. So a nice little 10-minute session, working quite hard into your core muscles and getting some nice flexibility, mobility through your shoulders. Check out some of the other videos for a little bit more core strength, leg work, or just some nice stretching.